Wow.
But yeah. One more spot to be given away. We're not going to figure that out today, actually. If I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. Winner bracket is done for today. So we continue with the lower bracket. I jumped into Fly versus Infi right now.
Yeah, I would love to see that as well.
It's 12 minutes old and it must be a tower. No, it's no towers here. I'm surprised.
I actually love this matchup. Human versus Orc. Unless, of course, Tower Rush, which is... Well, it can be exciting, but not necessarily. Alright.
Can you ask about the score again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Infi versus Fly, these are the winners of GCS 1 and 2 battling it out against each other now.
Oh! Remo, since when do you provide us with tournament wins and stuff?
You know, the big premier tournaments, sometimes I do remember at least those.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, so far we haven't got an answer yet. Alright, it seems to be 1-0 for Fly.
Okay. Infi facing elimination after winning CIG last week, a tournament that was barely covered by anybody in the world. Still making a good chunk of money there, Infi did.
Alright, and we don't have a Tower Rush game on our hands. We just have one base versus one base map control, exactly what I love to see. We are in the late mid-game stages here, I would say. Both players around the 50 supply mark. AM level 4, MK level 3, Blade only just barely level 3, so had probably a slow start to this game. Oh, and now the SH getting caught out here with the main, with the all of his army, and the Blade's missing. That's not good. Spiritling, not on everything. The Berserker dies right away. Kodo, however, gets to munch. One of the breakers is gone now. So now stealing the Spiritling is much, much harder. Lots of footy still in this army. These, of course, aren't too powerful anymore. It seems like Infi maybe wants to disengage or, well, mostly just kite back. His militia finally arrived just for the duration to finally run out. And they only have pickaxes anymore. But Fly actually TPs out. I wonder if he bought that TP just to disengage or to have something in case of base attack. Maybe a little bit of both.
A player's forces are under attack.
You know,
now creeping continues. And especially once the MK hits level 5, I mean, it's gonna be a while, but then seems to be rough for the orcs.
Infi has a tremendous inventory here, man, with a claw, with Robe of the Magi, good damage on the Archmage, plus the flute that boosts the damage of every single unit by 10%. Mountain King as well, Potion of Greater Mana, and boots. So it's very, very hard. Of course, on Twisted, that's what we expect here. Late Master only one claw, Shadow Hunter with the Vamp Aura, of course, and a Staff of Silence.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty damn cool. And they both keep the Devotion Aura.
And the MK also keeps the ring +4.
Yeah, right. We're pretty late into this game. So both red spots are gone. Archmage is getting closer to level 5. Do you think he goes into Blizzard then?
When the armies become big enough, I do think so. Once we get like above 60 supply, I think Blizzard is always the better choice.
But we have Hex and Ensnare and Staff of Silence against that.
Yeah, the Staff of Silence is one more variable to consider there, but even, you know, I still think it's worth it.
Okay.
Blizzard is just crazy good. I don't even know how long this cooldown is on Silence, actually.
Isn't it level 1 Silence?
I don't know if it's exactly the same, to be honest.
No.
The AoE is the same, but the cooldown on the item, I don't know.
Speaking of items, man, Blade Master found a claw +9. Mountain King found a Sobi mask. This is really what they're dreaming about.
This MK is so tanky, man. He has the evasion now as well, and the ring +4, kind of the meme item. He's actually keeping it, man.
Yeah, the
In
toughness.
favor of an invul, I'm not convinced about this choice.
More Breakers of Infi, 66 food for the human player. Level 4 Shadow Hunter. How far along is the Blade Master actually? Oh, level 4, so definitely crit. And he's going for an expansion.
Alright.
Seems to
No
feel
tier
very
3, of course, in this matchup, so it's gonna take a while.
Don't you think Tauren would be an alternative here?
Torrent would be the shit, man. Torrents would own. You know, you're making fun of me for this, but the one game that Lin won in the China top against TH, he won with Torrents, bro.
I know, this game will be forever in your memory.
It will be the proof of the value of Torrents for all time.
I like what Infi is doing. He's kind of mimicking the Blade Master here with an invisible footman to get information on his opponent. So he knows the army constellation, he knows what items he has, and he decides to attack with militia support here. With a level 5 Archmage and close to level 5 Mountain King. He's slot starved though, so no heal scroll. Only one Invo Potion. Here we go.
No Blizzard, by the way. He was right next to the shop, but decided not to retrain. This is a big open fight. No real front line or anything. Everything is just walking around. That's usually good for the Orc. Barely any slow cast on everything. There we go, finally being applied. Oh, the SH in a bad position, eats the bolt, but he does have the Spiritling. He's still pretty tanky, and he does get away to the back line.
Counter focus by Fly on the Mountain King, but not for too long. I think it was just a little distraction to save the Shadow Hunter here for a second. Grunt should fall. Yeah, against the magic damage, seems to get the return call on the Walker, which is quite big. The Archmage has still so much mana. Shadow Hunter level 5 now, big healing waves coming in, but he has no mana. Needs to use this Clarity Potion here. Gets another Stormbolt. This might be the end for him. No Invo Potion. And is escaping, just barely limping away here, but he needs that healing. But how? Mountain King is getting ready for the next Stormbolt. He gets in range. No, uses it on a Walker, actually, to get level 5 here himself. And Infi, you'll see the cyan color dominating this. Blade Master has to carry now.
There's a bolt ready. Here it flies. And oh my god, the damage from the level 3 bolt is just incredible. Now the Blade Master soon to follow. Doesn't have Windwalk mana and finds the Grave instead. And that's the GG. That's the equalizer.
Indeed, we get another series of Fly versus Infi. The rematch of WCA Finals 2000... No, it's not true. The rematch of WCG 2009, it was.
Jesus Christ, how do you know that from the top of your head?
Because it was the legendary game that Infi lost in...
on Echo?
In 2 minutes 30 on Echo. So I will never forget that. We have a new donation, by the way. Thank you very much, I Don't Abuse, for 12 euros. Another 3 euro for every series 1-0 and WFZ 1 here. And 3 euro for each because they already qualified. Greetings from East Frisia. Shout out to my home region as well. Moin to you. And
that's true. He said the same yesterday that he was going to do this today. So kudos to you, man, for sticking with your word. And thank you very much.
That's true. And Over at Meyer has resubscribed for 8 months. He's one of the helpers for GCS Western Qualifier. So thank you very much for your dedication. He's organizing a lot of tournaments as well. So I know you don't have that much time in your life, but the time you have, you're a blessing to the Warcraft scene. So thank you very much for that.
All right. Do we have maybe any updates on the other games? There's also Chimiko versus Sini had been going on in round 1. That game's certainly over. Should I ask Yonwa?
Okay.
All right. Yonwa knows everything. Chimiko starting off so strong, but today dropping right into the lower bracket. Yeah. I mean, you can't really blame him going up against 1-2-0.
To that. Yeah, Moon and Life are waiting in the next round that we will cover today as well before we are finished with the day. Fly will meet... Yeah, we don't know, right? Fly and Infi versus Moon would be sick. Sini versus Chimiko versus Life would be definitely the easier path in this bracket. By the way, we will have an option to show brackets with Back to Warcraft 2.0 very soon, but it's not finished yet. But so far, it will look like this. So, this is what's coming. Maybe next week. We're going to see about that. And we haven't forgotten about brackets, since it's very important to showcase them.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. But until then, you can watch. You can look at the grid for yourself by typing !grid. So sorry if you're lazy, but this is what we have to do right now. I can't believe people are still playing this on a high level. I tried to play this the other day and I couldn't find a game at all. Well, they're playing on NetEase, most of them. It's kind of like a private server, which is not that private, since more than 2 million people are playing it.
For Europe, there's also W3 Arena. If you really want to get into it, it's w3arena.net. I don't know your personal skill level, though. If it's not all that high, might be a little rough for you in the beginning, but the ping there is very good. The community is mostly good. A few trolls in there, of course.
Hi, Corrupt.
And yeah, good place to play. Where I play myself with lots of Smurfs. Chamiko won versus Cini 2-1.
Oh, okay. So, no Cinderella story, no big underdog story by Cini today. It was a big surprise that he qualified yesterday in the group together with Infi, Light, and Shishi. But his stream is over for now, but maybe we have to keep an eye on him. I know that he's pretty good friends with Foggy, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they shared the account, actually, to get into this qualifier. So
next game's up, by the way.
Okay. If he shows as much dedication as Foggy does, then Cini might be on the list for 2017. And yeah, making a name for himself, never bad. Chamiko now up against Life or Moon. But we're gonna follow Fly and Infi here, as one of the 2 all-time greats will be eliminated in round 1 as well.
Chamiko will, by the way, be playing against Life.
Okay,
that's how the bracket works.
Infi or Fly versus Moon afterwards, ladies and gentlemen. That is damn promising. And that's a pretty good end to the stream here today. This is
I agree.
Not only the rematch of WCG 2009, this is also the rematch of the CIG final for $1,500 that happened last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yeah, I think so. No, second last maybe. No, the last weekend. Yeah, I kind of get confused by that. So, save match.
What's that guy called again with the... No, yes.
Louis Define.
Ah, yeah, that's the one.
Fly with a very bad winning rate versus Infi. That's, of course, due to history, I think. They have found a solution against orcs, thanks to Lin. And since then, his win rate, I assume, is quite... dropping hard. Is dropping quite hard.
Forces are under attack.
Fly, I think, the most hot or cold player that I've ever seen. In my opinion, there's his on days where he is just unbeatable. To this day, I think Fly in his prime is the most impressive I've ever seen. Lin is close, way more consistent, but when Fly is at 100%, I never thought about that. Holy shit. Then he's actually crazy. But those days aren't necessarily happening all the time.
No, we interviewed him at Shanghai, and he said he's not too focused on tournaments anymore. I mean, he plays them and he practices a bit, but he's more into traveling and exercising and stuff like that. So enjoying the life with all the money he made, especially at WCA. And who would blame him? This guy is active for such a long time. Played at Team Mouse Sports back then. I think in 2006 already, or 7. So more than 10 years of Warcraft. Of course for both players, as Infi was a World Elite player for almost his entire career before he went on to play at VG Gaming.
Bit of a surprise here on Fly side, by the way, going for the 2 Burrow tech, which seemed to have fallen out of favor. But he's doing it still. And now he's facing the patented Infi aggression on level 2 Archmage won't be in time to cancel the burrow. The Blade Master is far away from the main, but if the pressure should become substantial enough, he can purchase the Telestaff. But at the moment seems like loaded up burrows +1 grunt might be enough to deal with this, depending on how many water elementals of course there are and how much he wants to commit to this aggression. Blade Master finishes the camp over here. Is it going to be staff time? Or is he going to save that money? Is he going to be greedy about this? Only boots, no staff.
Okay. At least he gets boots. He loves to skip them in basically every single matchup, but against slow that's coming up, of course, boots are a great item to have. And Infi's aggression is still going on here, almost getting a grunt early on with 3 water elementals, high mana commitment to get rid of this Orc Burrow. And he, of course, expected a 1 burrow attack, and if that would have been a 1 burrow attack, the timing would have been tremendous.
The grunt is boxed in. He can't save it. The burrow is blocking the way. Building placement errors from Fly. He at least denies the experience.
Yeah.
But that was not necessary.
And he keeps the burrow alive. Which is also a great thing. Gets a bit of experience here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still getting some spikes here and there. In the beginning of Beastmaster second. So yeah, definitely a tower rush. Or? Yeah, we have a lumber mill up. Double Arcane Sanctum. For Infi. And for Fly, it's gonna be hard, man. He was expecting this tower rush for sure. There's no bestiary yet for him, so he's reliant on grunts.
And the infrastructure for the Orc really isn't in place. It was a bit of a later tech. There's no war mill for any headhunters or later Kodo beasts.
A player's forces are under
But
attack.
the second round of aggression here isn't accomplishing too much. The first one only cost some lumber mostly, and that 1 grunt kill, of course, which again was unnecessary, but did happen. And the bestiary's positioned far off base. That is absolutely going to be getting cancelled.
That's an invitation for Infi, and he gladly accepts it with the damage that he has from all the Quill Beasts. Again, big mana investment by Infi, and he refrains from attacking the bestiary, maybe calculating that this will be enough. Yeah, with the Water Elemental, of course it will be.
Oh,
but at least he
is
gets
here.
the
Hex is ready, and here we go into the AM. Speed Scroll is in his inventory as well. Is he gonna pop it? Popping it?
Yeah, doesn't even need it to trade it for a town portal.
Alright, bestiary now really far off base. But the Spirit Lodge, now the lumber damage he took is starting to show. The lodge is still far away.
Yeah, only 113 lumber. With the Wormhole, of course, this will speed up. Blade Master's going for the Ogre Magi. Big consumable on his side potentially. There's a claw in the inventory, but he won't get that.
Is he expanding here?
A player's forces are
The militia are moving out, but they're not moving towards the Orc main. Nice Illusion Scout. Oh man, that gives him so much info. And with this being seen, Expo no longer the plan. And he's moving over, but these militia aren't gonna run out soon. Man, suddenly this looks really bad, honestly, by Infi.
That was a weird decision to follow that Blade Master illusion. Fly decides to start this big creep camp at the Merc spot with only grunts and the 2 heroes. The Blade Master is low. Will Infi find another timing here? The Spirit Lodge is started, but I think Infi's timing is great to cancel it again. Bestiary is up, but we don't see Raiders just yet.
Oh, the Grunt has been taking so much damage from this creep camp. Dies to the Quill Beast, another unnecessary loss.
town is under siege.
He has a Berserker now, but Infi is right in his face. The Lodge seems to be well protected here. Sells a lot of items.
Really good building placement here. That 1 burrow covers so much area for those towers. So these first 2 guards, they can't even attack the stronghold, giving him a lot of time for possible demolishers. But for now we only have headhunters coming out.
Yeah, he definitely needs damage now. He bought a Berserker for that. Gets rid of a Quill Beast. That's more experience for the Shadow Hunter, for the healing wave that is definitely necessary. The tower's in a great position as well, so they will come up. Infi will always have a safe spot to hide behind there. As you mentioned, no catapult just yet, but the Kodo is there. Good damage boost for everything.
Trying to eat the water elemental here, maybe? It's only level 1 water elemental. I think honestly you should go for units rather. Going for the towers first, eats the water elemental regardless, doesn't listen to Sensei Remo. Does he have the speed scroll here to save the Kodo? Does he even need it? Doesn't look like it. Towers are gone for now. So the first threat has disappeared, but now everything's so hurt for the Orc. Why doesn't he use the speed scroll? Way too late.
2 headhunters are out, but does Infi have defend? No, he doesn't. That would be very, very helpful right now. I don't know if he's researching it, but the siege really starts now. The first walker is there for Spirit Link, which is quite nice because there's no dispel on the priests.
The farm power build. That made me laugh.
What?
There was a farm power build in front of the towers because he was supply blocked. Yeah, big supply lead here for the human. 54 against only 39, but the heroes are certainly in favor of Fly. Archmage still only level 2 and pretty far away, to be honest, from those much desired level 2 water elementals. But the ranged army is growing and growing, and the big strength of Flow is you can kite against melee stuff, but at the moment that's only the blade and the grunt, everything else is ranged. First guard tower is up, but so far only one.
Yeah, one doesn't do the trick, that's for sure. It helps, and it's a support, but he needs way more. Blade Master's tanking a good amount of damage, but he has a potion there. Beastmaster still level 1, no Hawk. That's a good thing for Fly here as well. This Footman will most likely fall. There we go. And we have Heal Wave ready for the Shadowhunter finally. Level 3 for the Blade Master. This has to be level crit level 2. Windwalk doesn't make much sense.
Actually went for the Windwalk, which I don't agree with.
Okay, I don't agree with that, but it's Fly. I shouldn't doubt him.
This shot loss will actually be a big deal. Fly may want to remake that somewhere in the south before he loses it, and seems like that's very close to dying. Here comes the Repair. Blade Master in trouble. Heal Wave will be there though, and he has a lot of mana for a lot of Windwalks. Purchasing another healing potion. Not enough Spirit Link on this army. Maybe he doesn't want to get it stolen, but nice surround. Infi's attention slips for a second, and the Beastmaster dies thanks to it. Only level 1 though. He's not gonna be gone for too long. But also a lot of juicy experience for the Orc. Level 3 SH, that is the most important thing. But not all that close.
Invisible Quill Beast to cancel the clarity. Well done by Infi, if he does it. Yeah, there we go. Fly must have expected it, but there's not a real thing he can do about it. 2 Demolishers out, that's a huge amount of damage against the casters now. Quill Beast is quite annoying, but not too much. Very, very solid play by Fly, and I think he has a solid chance of taking this home now. Supply is almost equal. Infi producing a lot now. He had to cover up for some losses. Archmage still not level 3, as you said. Kodo Beast still alive. He didn't kick one of them. Breakers are inbound now to have a bigger meat shield up front. Blade Master again low, being focused, forced into the heal wave and maybe the potion in a bit.
Getting out of there, healing up via the heal south.
Clarity is running as well. So important for the Shadowhunter right now.
Infi still has the supply advantage, but only... I mean, that was a lot bigger just a little while ago, and he's sitting at the very unopportune 52, which is better than 51, I guess. The towers keep on getting attacked by those Demolishers, which are completely going uncontested. Blade now in trouble. However, he does have the Windwalk, but does he know about the Arcane Sentry from the towers? I think he does. He still has a healing potion. The emergency button, which he doesn't want to press yet.
Infi's farm is gone, so he's supply stuck again.
I love the Raider now. The End Snare Demolisher combo is so good.
Good old Grubby and Zoko style.
Oh, Blizzard! He retrained to level 1 Blizzard.
Wow.
Okay,
Well,
is that gonna do it?
he couldn't find a solution against the catapults, and Blizzard will be one. Oh, Fly! So sick that save on the Blade Master again. This is what he's known for, but he's also known of losing the Blade Master in such situations. And the Blizzard #1 already creating some space here. But yeah, what I wanted to mention was these catapults are standing there at the exact same spot for minutes now. There was no way Infi was threatening them at all. And finally, with the help of Blizzard, he has to reposition them.
One more Blizzard is available for the AM, but that's gonna be it for a little while. Oh, the Raider dies. It's actually a big loss. These End Snares are so value, as they ensure another kill on another sorceress.
I wonder how long this shop will be up, because the heal potions are quite essential for the Blade Master here. Buys another speed scroll and clarities because he's sure that the potion, that the shop will be gone. Only heal steps now.
He needs to remake that like yesterday. Oh, is his macro slipping? That shop is a gigantic deal. Fly, you need to remake this, please.
He has no gold for that at the moment.
There we go.
Only now. Very, very close game. Both, of course, if they lose this, they will be eliminated from the first qualifier. And would set a statement. The current shape. Focus is out already. Lin is out in the round of 64. Will the next top 3 orc be eliminated in a very, very early round, leaving us with humans and night elves?
Oh, the Demolishers now in a bad position. I think this might be the kill on them, but quick reaction there with the peons to repair. The Demolisher stays alive. Does he have a speed scroll, by the way, to save him? Yes, he does on the SH. Blizzard coming in again. Still only level 1 Blizzard. Not too amazing.
He doesn't kill anything here. Beastmaster still not level 2. The level 2 Blizzard and the Hawk, I think, would tip the scale into Infi's direction. But so does level 3 for the Shadow Hunter and level 4 on the Blade Master, so...
And he's dispelling the Quill Beast here. And boom, there we go, level 3 SH. This is a big upgrade now.
Oh, hell yeah. Heal Wave, so much more value now. With 215 healing. Blizzard, of course, not doing too much. Oh, the AM. Yeah, he's caught. It's being casted invisible and saved that way. The next Grunt dies, and maybe the Raider as well. No.
I think he gladly trades out Raiders, Grunts for Raiders now, though. With the Demolishers that he has.
Yeah. It's 3 towers and 1 is attacking the peon line.
Fly is finding an upkeep, by the way. Staying below 50 for the longest time. And still, it's only 1 guard tower that can attack the main.
Beastmaster, out of position. Is there an ensnare? Nope. He rather focuses on units now. No potion on the Blade Master, but as you said, there's heal waves. Good usage of the clarity the entire game so far by Fly. And now there's even a mana potion.
A player's forces are under attack.
Once again, the perfect spot for the Demolishers. Fly is creating so much space for his siege units, resulting in pretty hurt workers already and towers.
He is the king of tower defense, along with you. Now Fly is feeling confident enough to move out here to the left where the towers can't quite reach, but he wants to find the surface area to fight. Good Blizzard coming in, but again, only level 1. He's gonna have to wait for the next one for quite a while. He is low on mana all the time. The Beastmaster, where is he? Way too far up front. That has to be his death. Using the speed scroll to ensure the kill, and the ensnare will certainly do it, or will it? Yep, the invisibility is not enough. Was still visible thanks to the ensnare. And with the second hero dead, the 1 tower that attacked the stronghold also has been killed. This seems to be all but held.
Yeah, this looks really, really good for Fly right now. Level 4 Blade Master with level 2 critical strike, a big damage upgrade as well. Maybe he gets overconfident now. We know that there are major mistakes in Fly's game next to being insanely great with his actions. So it's always possible for him to lose a game due to a stupid move. But Infi, man, no shop, no second hero, no tower attacking the base. Blizzard is coming in, but it's again only level 1. He gets the Walker though. And
he hasn't spent the skill point, by the way, on the blade.
Huh, that's true. No blade, no crit. Now, no. Okay.
I'm gonna wait for some swag mirror images. That would be so. That would be so bad manner.
Nah, I think they're pretty good friends. You don't do that to your friends. Next Walker dies, and finally level 3 Archmage.
Alright. And we thought this game was kind of over. Oh, the AM now in a bad position. Is the disenchant gonna be in time against the invisibility? I guess he doesn't have the mana for Invis, and the AM dies. And that does finally have to be at 1 misstep. 1 time the AM is too far up front, and Fly capitalizes. Springs the trap. I think you could just walk in now. But I guess he wants to play it safe.
Yeah. I mean, tournament life on the line. You don't want to overexpose your army. There's no healing potion on the Blade Master. There's no mana on the Shadow Hunter, so we will most likely wait for that. Try to grab some few units. Okay, here we go. He has a healing wave in a bit. Blade Master has skilled crit now. Gets rid of a ton of casters with those demolishers who are still standing super comfortable next to the barracks.
Beastmaster, does he arrive just in time to die again? Here come the level 2 crits finally, and that will be another hero kill. Actually, he taps out before Infi drops out, and Fly moves on to face Moon next.
Saving the honor of the orcs. The Horde is still running strong in this qualifier. They're limping a little, but now it's time for Moon versus Fly. Chamiko and Life are fighting for the tournament live in the other part of the losers bracket, but of course we're going to follow the greatest of all time and one of the top 3 or top 2 orcs, top 3 orcs of all time. I don't want to forget Grubby about this. We go into a small break here, and then we will be back with the final series of today. It's of course time for you to vote again. Who's your favorite in the upcoming match? Is it gonna be China with Fly? Is it gonna be Moon from Korea? Night Elf or Orc? It's gonna be close, I feel. Both players seem to be on a roll lately. So let's go. Have some votes, and we're gonna be right back here at Back to Warcraft with GCS Asia Qualifier number 1, losers bracket round 2.